one, your body is starting to break down faster than it really should, right? That's why people aren't seeing as well, right? Maybe you're nearsighted or farsighted, having trouble with your night vision. That is mitochondria related. Your eyes have a higher need for mitochondria than any organ in your body. How about your strength and stamina? You probably have figured out you're not as strong and don't have the stamina you used to when you were younger, right? And how about the way your brain, are you starting to not remember things quite as well as you used to? If you're not, then congratulations, because a lot of folks are, okay? How about, the way your systems work, again, that blood pressure, that blood sugar. How about your immune system in general, okay? You know, every time there's a pandemic or a virus comes through, we're always concerned about the older people. Why? Because they have a underperforming immune system, right? By the time you're 60, you probably lost half your mitochondria. By the time you're 80 or 90, you'll be down to 5 or 10%. What does that help make better? Simply put, nothing, right? Because everything takes energy you've been losing yours. So where does Dr. Elliott and more mito come into this picture? What are we trying to do? Well, what we've done, Dr. Elliott has done, is decode those signals that your body naturally sends to tell your mitochondria to grow and maintain themselves. They've gotten weaker, right? He's identified substitutes for them in nature that can bring those signals back and give you a
everybody that's joining us.
In your body.
Make sure you get your
So
pens and your
happens,
paper.
absolute magic takes place.
Pens and your paper.
Been learning after having done this now.
Make sure you get your drinks.
11 years now.
So you're ready. Get this health knowledge.
Just absolutely dramatic. He had to create a new technology to do that. It's called XDS, stands for Exponential Delivery System. It's in our products. And it's what causes those ingredients that you see on our product list to not just get in your bloodstream. Other people can do that. But actually get it all the way into your mitochondria, which is a breakthrough because they're thousands of times smaller than cells are. And the effects are dramatic, as you're going to hear on this call, like you hear in every one of our calls when we get to that part of the call. Yeah. Now, that technology is in that product line. The product line is called Ultra Mito, and Dale is going to come back and tell you about that. Dale.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, the first product I want to mention is called Rejuvenate. It's our topical cream. It's for your skin from head to toe. Put it in your hair, massage it into your scalp, and it's for anything that disturbs your skin. That could be a scratch, a scrape, a cut, a bump, a mole, a blemish, anything. And it works like it does because it doesn't just sit on your skin. It soaks through your skin, soaks down to the bone, helps with severe varicose veins with your joints, your back joints, your knee joints, your hands and feet. And listen, if you or anybody you know has a condition in your hands or feet that can start as tingling and become incredibly severe, then you need to use Rejuvenate. Listen to the testimonials in the back office. They're astounding. Rejuvenate could very well become your go-to product for everything I just mentioned and more. Listen to the testimonials. Next, I want to talk about Restore. Restore 3.0. It's our third-generation product. And Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredible using two ancient superfoods as the base. Those superfoods are olive oil with olive leaf and black seed. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. They mention olive oil in the Bible. They found black seed when they opened King Tut's tomb. But Dr. Bevan has taken several elements and uses them in a special way. As an example, with olive oil, he takes several elements and uses them to tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Again, that is the unique thing to us. That's what sets us apart. That's our name. More mito, short for mitochondria.
Yes.
Dr. Bevan discovered when we can increase the levels back to when you were a kid, your body starts to work the way it used to, the way it's meant to, the way it did before life and the environment started tearing your body down. And he uses black seed to increase your energy, but it's cellular energy. It's steady. It's strong. There's no jitters. It's not like a hit of caffeine or sugar with a big hit followed by a deep valley crash. Cellular energy is steady. And what's that mean? That means you get to live life again on your terms to its fullest without a need to rest and watch it all pass you by. Imagine starting and completing a task without that need to rest. Or how about the disappearance of your brain fog? Or something strenuous like a long bike ride that has a short recovery time. Living life on your terms is the way life is supposed to be lived. Don't let a run-down battery keep you on the couch. And listen, I've only mentioned 2 of the 44 ingredients Dr. Bevan uses to create Restore 3.0. 44 ingredients means they have to be blended right in the proper proportions. Dr. Bevan will tell you, if you take a handful of vitamins, you're lucky if a third isn't a complete waste of time and money because they're overpowered and canceled by other things in that handful of vitamins. They have to be blended. That's the first part. And then the most important part is the XDS. Listen, this is not just pouring a bunch of stuff in a pot, putting that in a bottle and calling it Restore. It takes 8 weeks, start to finish, to create a bottle of Restore, and the results are astounding. Next, I want to talk about Renew brain and body. Some of the most important ingredients to increase our mitochondria can't be delivered in a liquid base. They have to be delivered dry. So Dr. Bevan created these small capsules with these additional ingredients to truly increase the mitochondria in your body. Renew brain and body stands on the shoulders of Rejuvenate and Restore. It helps with the blood flow in your legs, in your brain, the firing of the synapses in your brain. Helps with the disappearance of the brain fog. You need all 3 to increase your mitochondria. But there's a 4th product, and it's for some of the most important members of our family, and that's the pets that we own. Listen, pets are the most viewed videos on social media are pet videos. They're part of the family. You've heard people talk about being a pet parent. Mm-hmm. Well, listen, we love them and they suffer. If you've seen a dog that's become bound up, seems like it can hobble its way hardly up the stairs or down the stairs, seems to sleep all the time. You may have a cat that's hacking up fur balls and shedding. Animals suffer from loss of mitochondria, and it affects them in a great, great way. Listen, they're closer to all the bad things that make it disappear. The chemicals we put in our rugs to clean them, the things we put on our lawns to make them grow. They're allergic to the same things in the environment that we are. So if you want to bring a dog quickly back to puppy stage and a cat back to kitten stage, increase their mitochondria with Pet Life. So there's 4 products. Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0, Renew Brain and Body, and Pet Life. There is nothing like what these products can do when they're combined with your DNA. To hear more about all of this, I'm going to turn the call back over to Roger. Roger, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Dale. We are talking about how not to suffer the consequences of diabetes and high blood sugar issues. This is an extremely important topic because all of us have it, know people in our families and friends that have it. This is how serious this is. 48% of the population 65 years or older are at least pre-diabetic. So when you add the people that are full-blown diabetic, we're talking about over half the population. This is where you're headed, okay? And when you add the blood pressure numbers to that, because they often run in tandem, right? We're talking about a major pandemic. That's how Dr. Soloway referred to it on Saturday, okay? And we're going to hear from him just briefly in a moment. But let me set this up for you this way. If you spend about 10 years with, say, even being pre-diabetic, you are predisposing yourself to an extremely dire consequence. We're talking about Alzheimer's, dementia, things failing in your body, all those kinds of things. But the good news is there's new research out and all that. There's something you can do about it. You got to do something. You age your way into it. So there's dietary things you can do. We talked about that on Saturday. You heard Dr. Joy talk about our magic oatmeal with all those new ingredients studies have shown could dramatically help you with your cardiovascular health and address some of that damage that diabetes has done. But Dr. Dan, let me get you back here, and Dale, you might have to bring him on because my panel's not acting right. I've got him.
He's ready to go.
Okay. All right, Dr. Dan, rather, you there?
I'm here. And yeah, elevated blood sugar is a pandemic in our society. It's not natural to our body. Our grandparents ate about 10 pounds of sugar. Not our grandparents, but our great-grandparents ate about 10.5 pounds of sugar a year. Now they say we're eating 160 pounds or more a year,
Wow.
almost a half pound of sugar a day. And that doesn't include starch. You eat potatoes, you eat bread, it's sugar in the blood. So let's look at it. It creates body-wide damage to not only your cardiovascular system, but throughout the body. The blood sugar does that by staying too long in the blood. And it causes the blood vessels to get thicker, as well as causing inflammation, causing the red blood cells get sticky, and plaque build up, bringing on a heart attack and a stroke. So when you eat, then the pancreas puts out insulin, which is what it's supposed to do. But too much insulin also is damaging to the body. So we have to learn how to eat right to really bring it under control, and combine it with exercise. So the body has all this damage it's causing to the liver, to the heart, to the brain. All these different things are taking place from elevated sugar. They call it Syndrome X. It's the modern disease. All these things are traced back to elevated blood sugar, arthritis, cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's, all that. So it's a very serious situation. And just eating and say, well, I know, but this tastes good. I know it tastes good, and there are ways of eating, and you still get sort of your cake and eat it too, but you're not actually eating cake, and you're not actually eating sugar, but you're tasting something that tastes sweet that won't hurt you, and you got to learn how to do that. We're not a grain-eating animal. We're not and mashed potatoes are worse for you than white sugar, much worse for you. So is orange juice. And orange, not quite so bad, but orange juice is really raise your blood sugar. If you're in diabetic coma, I pour that down your throat, and I could bring you out of the coma. Same thing with grape juice. Those things sound like they're healthy. They're not healthy. We have to learn how to eat.
Did y'all know that?
So and it causes damage to the mitochondria. And not only the heart is dependent on the mitochondria, but it also damages the major blood vessels that feed the heart, so the heart can feed the rest of the body. So we have to learn to get this under control. We have to become aware of the glycemic index and glycemic load. I suggest you guys print that off and familiarize yourself. And if you're in borderline diabetic, you really want to bring it down to about, on the glycemic index, to eating foods at 25 or 30 or less. Dale, who's an expert in this, he probably eats food that's almost zero carbohydrates a day, and it's worked really well for him. So exercise helps burn that excess sugar up. Now, when the other way of dealing with it is increasing the mitochondria within the cell. Dr. McDay, who I got my PhD under, he sort of tricked me in a class. He asked me what brings on diabetes, and I gave him the typical lecture about the receptor sites and everything. He said, yeah, but it's really mitochondrial dysfunction. He tricked me because he got it from listening to our call, and so he played it back on me. But it really is. It's mitochondrial dysfunction. If you don't have the furnaces, you may have all the logs in the stacked out outside your house. You can't burn them if you don't have a furnace to burn them in. Well, the mitochondria are the furnaces within the cell that makes our energy. We have to have that to burn it. But the more you have, the more you're able to handle that, the more the body will let sugar get in there. But it will not let excess sugar get into the cell if there's not enough mitochondria to burn it. So we have a two-pronged approach. You cut the carbohydrates, cut the starch out. Bread, 20 minutes of sugar. You might as well just eat white sugar. And so you cut the carbohydrates out, and you cut the starch out. And you also start exercising, and you use more mito to build up the mitochondria to utilize that sugar. I'll give it back to you, Roger.
All right. So you got three parts to this. I'll pick it up from Dr. Dan. You ate your way into it. You got to manage your eating, okay? Mm-hmm. And you've got to get exercise. Your body's made to move. And you have these endothelial cells inside your blood vessels that are stimulated by the exercise that you get. When you got damage going on from the blood sugar lingering too long, like you heard Dr. Dan just say, now you're killing mitochondria, which is reducing your body's ability to repair itself. Okay, so it's a downward spiral. So we come along with this technology. We want to give your body the resources to regrow those mitochondria and fix that damage. And it can be dramatic, like Jarvis Gilchrist was, who's in Durham, North Carolina. That's where Handy Randy is from. And he was a minister for a long time. His A1C was double digits, right? And his diabetes on the regular scale was 247. It's supposed to be less than 100. Okay, on insulin, poor energy, can't sleep well. Listen to what happened after 3 days.
So, hey, Jarvis. Right. I want you to tell everyone, for the audience out there listening, what has it done for your life?
Yes, I'd just like to say it really have worked wonders already. I had a appointment with my doctor on today, and usually when I go into the office to the doctors and they check my blood pressure, the blood pressure level is always high. But today when they checked it after being on the product, it was like 134 over 60, and that's the best that it had been for years. And this product has been great, and I'm just looking forward to what else is getting ready to change in my life.
Well, let me interrupt you 1 second, because you said your blood pressure is 134 over 60, something like that, right?
Yes.
What was your blood pressure before, as far as you can recall, the highest it's been?
I had went into
years.
I had went in the office, had been like 189, 190 over 98 or higher, and I was taking blood pressure medicine.
Wow.
Yeah. And so today was something totally different. For me, when they checked it and it was where it was at today, was practically perfect for me.
What was your blood pressure today when they did it? Do you recall what that was?
134 over 60.
134 over 60.
Big difference,
Yes.
y'all.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What else has the product done for you?
Well, I can say that it has every day the energy level is going to another level. I'm the kind of person that gets up sometime and you sluggish by taking repair like early in the morning before really my day get going is an energy booster, and it really works good. It really good. I can't wait to share it with others and my family about what they have done for me.
And let me ask you a question also. So you have high blood pressure and diabetes.
Yes.
Tell everyone about the diabetes situation that you've been going through and where you are now since being on the Restore. And by the way, you've only been on the Restore how many days now?
3 to 4 days.
Okay, tell us your experience with the Restore and how it's helped your diabetic situation.
Well, before my blood sugars would register sometime 247 to almost 300. Lately, since I've been on it, my sugar has dropped lower than normal sometimes. I think the lowest number I've had was 57. That's too low. But lately it's been regulated that I haven't been having to take my insulin in my body, because if I do, I can't take it when it's like 120 or 90, 98.
So what you're saying is you couldn't even take insulin medicine because your sugar levels were at a level where
I didn't need it.
Standard.
Yeah, I didn't need it.
And that's only after 3 days.
After 3 days.
Wow. That helps us understand some other things that you got as well. I know you have some issues with sleeping and with clarity.
Yeah, especially with sleeping at night. I was so much waking up in the middle of the night. Probably have slept no longer than probably about 2.5 hours, 3 hours. I wake up and I'm up most of the night. I noticed this morning when I got up, it wasn't dark outside. The sun had rose, and I had slept a whole day. It's good. I can't wait till the next thing to come about to be able to get back on here again and tell you that I'm off of everything that I take.
Thank you very much. And have a good
You're
day.
welcome. You too.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot of results in 3 days. Oh, wow.
It's going to work by itself, right?
Right.
You have to do your part. You got to eat right. You have to get some exercise. Otherwise, with us, you got one foot on the gas, while with your exercise and diet, you got the other foot on the brake. Okay? That's not happening too good. And then you got to stay on it long enough. So some people I've observed use this as an excuse to keep doing their same old bad habits. Okay? I suggest you don't. Now, I want to let you hear from Steve Lowe. You know, Dr. Dan was telling you that this is body-wide damage, okay? You are literally damaging everything. So I want you to listen to this and identify all the different things that Steve was dealing with. First of all, he was dying. His heart was at 25. If you're between 20 and 30, the doctors give you 5 years to live. That's why you're going to hear him say that.
Wow.
He was on his way to an early death. He was also in kidney failure, okay? Overweight, of course. Got problems with vision. And we're going to take you through all his senses. Because we say this to you, but I don't think you get it. That when you got this extra blood sugar roaming around your bloodstream, you are literally damaging everything. Steve Lowe. I'm talking to Steve Lowe. Tell me what your health concerns were before you met us.
Congestion, heart failure, diabetes, and kidney failure. I was dying.
Okay, did I hear you say that you were dying? Is that what you said?
That's what they told me. They said I have less than 5 years to live.
Okay. Tell me what changed, Steve, since you began using Mito.
Everything. Well, my numbers on my AC1s went from 10.1 down to 6.5 right away after 120 days of it. My kidneys started not making so much creatine, and I'm told I had congested heart failure. And when I went back into that, they said I'm back to normal now.
Tell me again what your A1C was. What was it before? What was it after?
It was 10.1.
Mm-hmm.
And I was real sick, and then I went down to 6.5 in 120 days.
120 days. Awesome. Now, what was the next thing that changed?
Well, my kidneys started working better. I could tell that they were feeling better.
Do you know what your kidneys numbers were before?
Yeah, they were like 25. I'm like, it's way too high.
So your kidney function was down to 25.
Yeah.
What was it after?
It's up in the 40s, they said. Now it's going up.
Awesome.
Wow.
Okay. So, all right, now, what was the next thing that changed, Steve?
When the cardiologist called me and wanted to know what I was doing. Because my fraction rate went from 25 to 50.
Over what period of time did that happen?
I remember a chemist team. He told me I have to stay on it for at least 120 days, let that blood interact and get right. And boy, he was right. Well, at that time, it worked.
All right, King Kevin. Let's go back to the diabetes now. What type of diabetes did you have?
Well, I started out with type 2, and then they switched me to type 1. Then I started taking shots 3 times a day. I didn't like. And they were quite wicked, what it did to my body. My body did not like it. And now I don't, now actually I've quit doing Lantus, long lasting, because if I do it, I wake up with sugar lows at 3, 4 in the morning. And then last week the EMTs had to come because I was so low. They thought I was going into a coma, and I was really sick from it. So I just found out that, getting that mitochondria up and running, the body straightens itself out, homeostasis-wise, and gets everything working right. The kidneys, the heart,
Okay.
the liver, the thyroid.
Now, you take your fasting glucose in the morning?
Yep. I've got a Dextron 7, so it tells me all day long what it does. You know, it's one of them electronic devices.
Yeah.
I can look at it 100 times a day without poking my finger, and it'll tell me.
Okay, what does it tend to be in the morning?
Lately, since I've been on the more Mito, about 115.
Okay, and it was what before?
350.
350?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's a life-saving difference, Steve.
Oh, I know it is, and boy, you can feel it just in your body. I mean, it's just not a good feeling.
Okay.
He had some major
Okay,
changes in
so
his health by building
you
his
make sure you got
mitochondria
that.
up.
He was at 25 for his heart. Yeah, normal hearts are 50 to 70. 25, like you heard him say, you got 5 years to live. So in that 3 months time, he went from having a damaged heart to the point of being a checkout line, as I like to call it, to having it being at the bottom of the normal scale. Kidneys reversing in a similar way. Okay, and that false sense of security that some of us get because we all make medication and say, "Oh, it's okay, I got the control."
It's not under
It's
control.
not fixing your blood vessels.
It's really not.
That's the thing they don't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
They're artificially propping up that blood sugar, but the underlying damage to those blood vessels is still there. It's still going to be problematic for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You got to fix it.
Yeah. Right.
And the way we know how to do it is we grow that mitochondria. Now, let's go on to the rest of his senses. Because when we tell you that this stuff damages everything, we mean everything. The world don't taste the same to you, look the same. You don't hear things the same way. Only reason you don't know it is because it's so gradual you couldn't figure it out. You get it when it pops back, like it did with Steve. What else have you noticed change?
My eyesight a little bit, my smell,
Okay.
and the way I think and dream. I mean, the way I contemplate things and figure them out are so much better. It's like I've got a clean vessel to write on now, and my memory has just gotten really good again. I have a good memory.
Okay. Give me some examples.
When I put my glasses on with the bifocals, they're blurry now.
So your eyes have changed, even though you haven't had an eye test yet, you know your eyes have changed so much that your glasses no longer fit your eyes. They're actually making you see worse.
Correct.
I experienced that.
Yep, correct.
All right. Tell me about your sense of smell that you mentioned.
Oh my gosh,
Smell.
it's amazing. The smells. I mean, I've smelled smells that I haven't smelled since I was a young kid. I mean, I
Really?
go places and I go, oh my God, what is that? I can tell. I mean, it's like I'm a beagle or something. I mean, my different senses have just kicked in.
With respect to your memory and your mental acuity and everything like that, tell me how it might have been before versus how you're performing now.
Well, I used to be one of them guys that had a photographic memory. I could read a book and remember everything. And when the sugar started going up, that went away. I just couldn't remember hardly. I mean, it was foggy, like you said. And when the mitochondria kicked in, it got clear again. And it was, the smells were there and the hearing. Like you said, I rub it behind my ears. I tap. I'm a tapper. You know, and put it in my ears and put it on my eyelids. And everything's just like I'm coming back alive.
Okay. How long did it take you to notice a difference in your mental ability?
Probably about the first 2 weeks. I noticed it right away. It was different.
And now let's focus on your hearing for a second.
Sure.
What is it was different about your hearing? What are you hearing now that you couldn't hear before?
My cats, I have 3 cats, and I couldn't hear them jump off the couch and come into the bedroom and that. Now I can hear them hit the floor. I can hear them if they're out there doing something, if they're eating. I can hear things I couldn't hear before.
How long was it you couldn't hear like you hear now?
Oh, probably. It's 20 years I could hear them because I worked in the oil field, and the loud noises bothered my ear. And, of course, I was a kid and I listened to music loud. That was dumb. Now it's all coming back. I actually think I can hear butterflies beating their wings going through the air. It sounds so good. You know, I don't know. It works, it seems.
How much did you weigh right before you started on Mito versus now?
Probably about 220, my girlfriend says.
And what are you now?
191.
So you lost almost 30 pounds.
Yeah. Well, I don't eat
in
no
3
more.
months.
Yeah.
In 3 months.
People put food in front of me, and I go, I'm sorry, I can't eat that.
How are you feeling about this?
Well, first of all, it's a big mental game in your head. I got another fan, Kingsley. He says, "See, I don't eat no more. I go to restaurants and one bite out of a hamburger, and that's all I can eat." And I go, "That's what I am. I mean, I'm a shit bait. You know, I don't need to eat much. You know."
Steve, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it.
Well, Dale, you are going to come up for a Nobel Peace Prize for this. I guarantee you that.
Awesome.
let's
He's
give that
had
to
some
Devin.
major changes.
Okay, so if you're new or you haven't been on very many of these calls, I hope you're paying attention.
Yes.
This is not what you hear.
Hope you're taking notes. I'm doing mine on the computer.
When you regrow mitochondria, you give your body the ability to fix everything. And whether you need it fixed, if you are like Steve, or if you are like Yvette Pope, up in Charlotte, I believe, North Carolina. So Yvette comes to us. She weighs 400 pounds. She is diabetic, over 200 blood sugar when she gets up in the morning. She got the heart failure. She got the vision. She got so many things wrong with her that when you go in your back office on the Share More Mito info, you will find Yvette Pope in 7 categories.
Wow.
See if you can count them.
7 categories.
Something I want to let you know also is that none of this is about diagnosing, treating, or curing a disease, right? If we picked out one of these diseases, all the rest of them would be left unaddressed. When we have use this higher concept of regrowing mitochondria, once again, it's giving your body a chance to fix everything because it knows how to do it. It just doesn't have the engine to do it. So if you will give it this technology, do your part moderating eating, and we kind of help you do that because you get this emotional intelligence thing you're going to hear talk about, I think, on this particular interview, that will help you do what you need to do, right? But you got to get into it first. Okay, here we go with Yvette.
Hi, this is Yvette Pope. I'm in Charlotte.
Hi, Yvette. Good to hear you.
Hi. Well, I want you to know that I think your product is absolutely wonderful. I got it Saturday, and from the first moment that I started using it, I could tell the difference. I have challenged with PCOS, and I've had this since being a little girl. When I was a little girl, the doctors told my mother, I think I was only 11 or, even smaller than that, but they told her, they said, well, listen, your daughter has what we call PCOS, and they said, if you let us take out her ovaries, give her hysterectomy, she'll be fine and she'll live long. And my mother said, I'm not letting you do that. Wow. She's not even a woman yet. Right. And so he says, well, she'll probably be overweight and she'll die. My mother said, my daughter will be fine. And so I did, develop into the PCOS, and then I started having trouble with my weight. But I'm still here. I am 55 years old, and I am over 400 pounds. But, and I still have trouble with the PCOS, but your product gives me energy. And I've had a cornea transplant, and the pain in my eye, I suffer with so much. I'm going to have to take these daily drops, but I put the topical cream. I put a little bit of the oil in the topical cream, and then I rubbed it across my eyelid. And it's the only thing that keeps the pain out of my cornea. And at first I was like, okay, the pain went away. And then I get up next morning, I put it back on again. And then I started noticing that my eyes, the vision was clearing up. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I cannot believe this, because in my left eye I can only see the big E on the chart, the big E.
Yeah.
And I started looking, and I closed my eyes. I was like, oh my God, I could see. So it's been really good. And I ran across your product because I was looking at this other one called Mytelin or something. And when I looked at it, they kept saying, no, don't go with that one, go with this other one called Mito. And so then one of my friends called me, and she said, have you heard about Mito? I said, I saw something. I said, is it real? She said, it's real. And so I went ahead and ordered it. And so I'm excited, and I'm even more excited about the weight loss because I know it's going to happen. And because I can already feel my energy and the sleep. The lady was right. I don't know who else that was talking about the sleep, but oh my God, I slept so well. And I didn't even have my sleep apnea machine on. And I still was sleeping good. And so then I also have congestive heart failure and I have diabetes. My diabetes, my sugar went down. I was in 220. I'm at 104, 133.
Wow.
I'm like, even after I eat, 133. That is so good. So I know that as I continue to take it, that the weight loss and stuff is going to come because I have more energy. And I'm also in a wheelchair. But how about the other night I got out the wheelchair because I can walk around some, but I can't stand long, not like more than 5 minutes. So I got out of my wheelchair because the battery was going dead, and I said, I got to go down the sidewalk. How about I went from my front door all the way to the stairs? No wheelchair, no nothing, and not out of breath because I'm on oxygen too. So, I got a lot of issues going on. But I don't even have my oxygen on now. I went to church without my oxygen. I did not have it, and I still was able to get up and enjoy the service. I mean, really. And I got this stuff Saturday. I couldn't believe how quick it worked. I could not believe. I even put it on a sore on my elbow because it was paining me so bad. I put it on there, and it just stopped. I've not had any more trouble with it. I was like, this cannot be real. I just kept saying, this cannot be real. But it really is real.
So notice what's happened
It's
already.
real. You just have to try it.
You're getting all your mitochondrial effect is touching all these things. Your eyes getting better because you got a lot of mitochondria in your eyes, so they're just having a party.
Yeah. Most mitochondria is in your eye area.
And then you've noticed motivation, right? I call that emotional. You will feel more like exercise, more like doing the stuff that you knew you needed to do, but just couldn't make it happen.
Yes.
Right? Well, you're making it happen. Okay? You are doing this. So just stay with us. Keep reporting. Your progress. I just can't wait to hear the rest of your story.
Thank you so much.
Man, she had a lot of improvements by building her mitochondria up.
Issues, and she needed a massive result.
Yes.
Dale, I said she was in 7 categories. I missed the respiratory part. She should be at 8. 8. Okay? So, and she had this somewhat unusual situation called PCOS. Let me make sure you don't miss this. That's polycystic ovary syndrome. Okay, it's a hormonal disorder. It affects women of reproductive age, affects their cycle, it affects their estrogen levels, and they have cysts on their ovaries. Okay, and the medical profession apparently struggles to address that. She's been dealing with this since she was 11, and now she's maybe 50 or something like that, if I heard that right. So this is what we say. There are some things that only your body knows how to fix. If you can regrow that mitochondria. Okay, so I want to call that out. The other thing I want to call that out is, let's say there's nothing wrong with you.
That you know of.
Do you want anything to get wrong with you? I would be regrowing my mitochondria. I wouldn't be taking any chance.
That's
you
right.
do what you want to do, right? But these issues that follow from, declining mitochondria can sometimes be started 10 years ago. So it isn't just what you know about. It's about what you don't want to find out about. Now, that makes sense to you, and I hope it does. I hope that you will look into this technology. Now, so let me just kind of recap this. Maybe you got on the call later. Maybe you just need to hear this again. And more importantly, we got this different approach. We don't focus on disease conditions. We focus on mitochondria. Why? Because that's that part of your cell that produces energy, and everything in your body that's got to do with your health takes energy. Right. That's where it comes from. You've been losing it since you were early in life, right? You will have lost half of it by the time you're 60, a lot more later. That's why none of your health conditions like the ones you've been hearing about, right? None of those can go as well for you because you don't have the energy to make them go well in terms of your recovery or avoid them altogether, right? So Dr. Elliott Yeah, my partner since 2015. He's really created the technology to do it. Doctors are trying,
Yes.
right? They give you an operation, take some mitochondria out of your body, grill it in a reactor, and put it back in your body. No, take this stuff, let your body do what it knows how to do, right?
Yes.
Which is what? Fix you. That's what it's designed to do. That's what you've been hearing all along. The body is designed to fix and repair. So how does it do that? Even if you're not doing what you have to do to make sure it has energy to do it.
Right.
Kind of tough. Okay?
Right.
All right. With that, Dale Bonet with the commercial.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody,
The
you get these
website's in the
incredible
description
products
for you to get your free customer website.
moremito.com, then a / type in your username and hit enter. You're going to be at your website now. You know it's your site because your name is at the top of the page. So is your phone number and your email, even your WhatsApp if you put that there. And that's where you send people after you've initially told them what you've heard, what you've experienced, and what you know about More Mito. They can go there and listen to a selection of testimonials on different issues. They can read the ingredient list. They can read about the XDS technology, but most important, they can purchase from you. They can't buy it from the company. They can buy it from you, and they do that on your website. Now, listen, there's one more thing they can do.
That's what your site will look like.
And it's critically important. We've created a one-of-a-kind line of products, and you know that tonight after what you heard. We've created a one-of-a-kind company to support them. There's no cost to join More Mito. They can join right from your website. They have to join through somebody. Well, that somebody is you. At the top right, they click the join button. If it's on their phone, it's in the menu, and there's no cost to get on board with us. We don't charge you to tell people about our products. That's free. There's no monthly fee to be here. The website I just described to you is free. We don't charge you for the websites. You don't even have to be on auto ship to participate in the compensation plan. You don't even need to purchase anything to participate in the compensation plan. One purchase can qualify two people, and we hope you get involved in our compensation. We pay extremely well if you share it with other people and they purchase. And you're going to love our compensation because we don't pay once a month or once a week or even once a day. Every time somebody makes a purchase, once you're a verified member with us, that means we've checked your phone and your email, made sure you're legit and not some shyster out there working our system. When you're a verified member and somebody makes a purchase, your compensation's in your back office instantly. If you're a referring customer with us, you've got Mito Cash. Use it to buy products, use it to pay for your shipping. You can even send it to other people in the company, or you can upgrade. You can upgrade. There's no charge for that. And now you get cash money. Send it to your bank through the special ACH on steroids through Stripe connectivity. You can send it to the banks outside the U.S. That's always an issue. Not with Stripe connectivity. They know how to get it into your bank as well. You can send it to your PayPal account, your Venmo account. Listen, the point is this. We've done everything we can do. We've created a one-of-a-kind product line. Dr. Bevan has done something brilliant. We've created a one-of-a-kind company. Roger has done something brilliant in the creation of this company. All the things that are wrong aren't wrong here. He fixed everything that could possibly bother somebody. Hey, that compensation plan, there's no legs to balance. 50 cents of every dollar that comes in goes out to the field and stays there. Let us pay you. We've done everything we can, except the one thing we can't do, and that's talk to the people you know. You interact every day with people who have conditions, issues that would be better if they were using the More Mito line of products. Your own family members, possibly you. Roger said one of the most important things. How about you make sure you don't ever have conditions? If you're healthy now, stay healthy. Keep your mitochondria increasing back to a young age. Stave off anything headed your way. So whatever the situation is, we're here to help you. The company has a support team like you've never seen. They answer the phone 6 days a week. If you call the number at the bottom of your webpage and you don't get an answer by a human, that means everyone's on the phone. leave a message, you're going to get a call back. Nobody does that. We do it. So we're here to help you. We're so excited.
That customer service number is 509-593-3300. Again, 509-593-3300.
We'll pay you handsomely well. Roger, with that, if I left anything out, let me know. I'm going to turn it back to you.
Okay, great, Dale. I don't know if I told you this earlier, but the announcement in the back office where you can see what the upcoming announcements are and get to the history of all the calls and everything like that. We've added a link there. It'll say copy right beside that link that says share more Mito info, right? So then you can just copy that and text it out to folks. You don't have to wait. If you didn't get the email or you don't want to have to recopy it and paste it, all you got to do is now hit copy on that link and text or email it out to folks. How cool is that, Dale?
They make everything so easy for us. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it, love it,
we got
love
that
it.
going on. Let me just talk to the folks that are interested in improving their health. Maybe you've got a health concern. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to be the healthiest person that you can be. We make a case every week that the way to do that is to regrow your mitochondria.
Yes.
We don't focus on the conditions. Like I said, we don't do conditions. We do mitochondria. And we give you compelling examples every week. Why not make yourself one of those? Give this technology a try. Put it together with your DNA, see what your body comes up with, okay? The other thing is that we created this risk-free opportunity. Dale was telling you about it. Cost you nothing to get involved with us, to stay involved with us. We're a nutraceutical company. We're not, one of these hypey deals.
MLMs.
And we've got technology, as you've been hearing, that absolutely works. It just does things we've never seen before, okay? So if any of that appeals to you, by all means, affiliate with us. We have this amazing mobile marketing technology that we'll be releasing very shortly. It's just going to help you accelerate your ability to connect with people and get this mitochondrial story told so that we can help them, right? And, assuming you're not allergic to earning, that it'll help you too financially, okay? I mean, we just doing amazing things in that area. I'll be on the call tomorrow night. I've got to do 2 calls tomorrow night. I'll be joining Nick and Novelette and Maria tomorrow after that web call. I'm going to give you some new information. People telling me they'd like to get some new training stuff, so I'll be on there sharing some new things, some updates with you on our mobile marketing system and all of that. But once again, if any of what we're doing here at More Mito appeals to you, by all means, affiliate with us. Let's see what we can do together, okay? All right. We got it in the hands. Start by them on your phone. If you've got a question or a comment, we're going to entertain those momentarily.
It's question and answer time. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and put your questions in the comments so we get your questions answered.
Look, everybody, any questions regarding health or nutrition?
Yeah, I want to start with Dr. B. We got to give an update on More Mito Horse. Let me go back to those pop that up in here. Where's Dr. B? Is he still there?
I don't see him. Let me see if I can find him real quick.
He dropped off. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, Dr. B came on, maybe it was 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
And he started to, so let me tell you who Dr. B is, in case you don't know. So Dr. B was with us since, about 2017 now. And
yes.
He's a senior athlete. He's like going on 90 now, okay?
Yes.
So a few years back, he played basketball 3 times a week, softball on the off day. He started to slow down. He gets on our technology. It extends his athleticism a lot farther, goes to St. George, Utah, starts winning these medals in the Senior Olympics. Every time he wins, he won medals, okay?
Right.
And that's going from slowing down
to
people can't catch him in the Senior Olympics, okay? All right. And
almost 90.
He did an experiment for us with horses.
More than some of the young ones.
He was staying in Grants Pass, Oregon at the time. There was a race deal that runs so many weeks out of the year, months out of the year. So we went down and talked to a trainer, told him about our technology, how it helped him, recover and do all those things he was doing. So he gets 5 horses. All those horses went from where they were to winning like they had never won. Okay. He mentioned that on the call and said, boy, it'd be nice to get one of those horses. So we are proceeding with that project.
Yes.
He was talking about $1,000 to $2,000. We got into this topic, but it's probably going to cost more like $10,000 to $20,000. But anyway, no problem. We got that, okay? So we're going to do that project, but I got to take my time, put this project together right. So I want to thank all the people offered to send money in to be a part of that. Okay, Dale didn't collect it yet. And so you just hold on to that. I want to thank you. I want to with everybody that sent that in. We'll send you a special thank you for even wanting to try it, okay? But give us time to put this whole project together. It's going to be extensive, and we've got to make sure we do it right, okay?
Right.
So thank you for your interest. And when we get it rolled out good, we'll let you know, what's happening with that, okay? All right. So that's it with that. Dale, can you think of any other announcements we need to make?
No, things seem to be under control now with shipping. If you've had packages held up due to weather, they should be clearing and delivering. We're shipping all over the world. We're sending out to the Philippines now. We had to hold up on that, so we're shipping like crazy. Get those orders in. We hit record volume today, and we can handle it. You can't scare us. So get those orders in, and let's get them shipped to you. Back to you, Roger.
All right, outstanding. Shout out to a call from Denmark. We don't get many from Denmark. Okay. All right. So let's go with that. Let's see who that unknown caller is. I guess the number is in 9909 from
Yep, 9909 from California. Montana.
Okay.
Give us your name and ask your question.
Cassandra,
Yeah.
and I have a friend on here, and she has her eye, her left eye, her cell is dead, and the medicine. She was wondering if she took this medicine, would this help bring her cell back to life?
Okay, so
She can see
we don't
very
do
little.
medicine. You met our nutritional technology.
Oh, yeah, the nutrition.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I can understand the confusion because of how well it works. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. We just played three people who had damaged everything, including vision. Okay? All that vision improved. Why was that the case? Because of all the organs, eyes have the highest need for mitochondria. So they respond really well to our technology. So if I had any kind of eye issue that I was concerned about, not that we don't cure the eye issue, we regrow the mitochondria so the body can do that curing. And the results have been amazing, all the way from, taking people who are, have tired eyes or whatever the case be, all the way blind. I mean, blind as in, not only can you not see, but you have never seen in your life, as was the case with Bishop Jones up in Philadelphia, who had never seen out of one of his eyes, ever. Okay? So if we got that kind of track record with other people, how can we assume it won't help you? So I would urge you to give it a try.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, so who have we now? Let me get this screen straightened out here. How about that wireless? Okay, there's another wireless calling Pomona. We got two Pomonas.
Yeah. We had a Fontana, now we've got a Pomona. Pomona, California. Number ends in 5161. Give us your name and ask your question.
Hello, my name is Paul Satterlee, and I got my product today, first day taking it. Really excited. 55-year health researcher, still battling some health issues. Thank you, antibiotics. But my main thing right now is, I think I already know the answer to this, but if you could elaborate a little bit on hypothyroidism. It's developed a pretty nasty skin condition for me at the moment.
So we've had some people use that technology and respond well to that. There's some underlying nutritional issues with respect to your minerals that you should be taking and so forth. There might be a factor in that also. Okay? So I would give it a try, Again, we don't try to act directly on it, but we do support your body in a way that it can.
All right.
That's what I can tell you.
I'm excited. Thank you.
All right, Paul. Keep us posted.
Thank you. Great question, Paul.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How about Gunther Scott in Maryland?
All right, Gunther, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Hi, how everybody doing? My question is, I'm taking an approach with the 3.0, but my doctor doesn't know that I'm taking it, but she wants to put me on Ozempic. Yeah, Ozempic. And what it is, and I looked at the side effect, it's caused, like kidney issues, gallbladder, even other things. But me taking this, I know the product works, but will it also enhance the product for me not to take the Ozempic? Or you think I should
Okay, so are you asking me,
both?
are we suggesting that you not take Ozempic? I'm trying to get the question out of that.
Yeah, that's it. Right.
Okay, so
We don't never tell you to take your
We're
medicine.
not going to get into a conversation about medical advice. That's what we clearly do not give.
Right.
Okay? But I can tell you that we've got any number of people on every kind of medication you can name, including Ozempic. All right?
Okay.
So you can be on that as you're using ours, and in consultation with your doctor, if your body starts to assert itself, just get him and take you off of it,
Right.
Because many of these diseases, I've got a piece that I'll be putting up in the Share More Matter info section about all the diseases that damage mitochondria. Okay?
That's going to be
that's
awesome.
That none of us who are on medication should be complacent. All should share the concern you have about being able to get off medication as soon as possible. So if you'll use our technology to regrow your mitochondria, take our advice, okay? Get all our nutritional counseling, call your Dr. Scott, Dr. Dan, and get that eating part straight out. Do that exercise that we talk about, right? And just give your body the best chances to recover as soon as possible, all right?
Okay.
All right, great having you on.
All right,
Yes,
thank
indeed.
you. Right.
Okay.
Great question.
How about that Kimberly Lipscomb, somewhere in New York, to call
Kimber. Yes, indeed. I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hi. I'd like to know, my name is Jerry, by the way. That's my wife's number.
Deep voice.
I don't know how y'all got that. I'm calling from my phone and you got her number. But anyway,
What's in the
I'd like to know, I'd like to know if you can put the drops directly into your eyes.
You can.
Yes, you can do that. Well, let me be more specific, okay? The levels of this go this way. The first thing you can do is take that Restore, Rejuvenate mixture, put some of it, Restore in the jar, Rejuvenate, shake it. That may be a teaspoon, possibly more if you like it oily. Close your eyes and put it on your eyelids, okay? It'll absorb through your eyes, we know that. The next level is what you're asking about. If we skip past, put the mixer right on your eyeball, is you can put it in there. Now, if you do that with Restore, it is going to sting like heck. Now, but we got people
Till you close your eyes, then it'll stop stinging.
Milder way to do it, if you're going to put the drops in your eyes, is with Pet Life. Pet Life has a number of things taken out of it because it's also not good for pets.
Right.
That make it much milder on your eyes. So if I was going to do it regularly, like I'm looking at mine on my desk right here, right now, I would definitely shift to the Pet Life. And let me just ask you this: what is your eye concern? Why are you? What's the situation with your eye?
Well, actually, I'm asking for a friend because she has some sort of degenerative eye disease, and I can't remember the name of it. And it starts with an S. And I wanted to tell her about the products.
Okay. So let's appreciate the overall process. We have these three products. We got Restore, that you asked about, but the drops in. It's about cellular repair and organ regeneration. Okay, we got Brain and Body. cellular repair and organ regeneration, beginning with regrowing that mitochondria have energy, right? And then there's 42 more ingredients, total of 44, to touch every organ, all right? And you got renewed brain and body capsules, the water-soluble ingredients in there. Get another way to regrow mitochondria, more ingredients for your brain and your eyes, by the way. And then you have that topical gel, the Rejuvenate. It also grows mitochondria in a particular way, but it's designed also just to be a truck and carry that nutrition through the skin. You can add the Restore to it. Now, you should get all of these. It should not be a question of which one. If we could get it all in one, trust me, we would have. But what we need to regrow your mitochondria isn't found in one place or in one form. So we got to play all the keys here in order to get that happening, okay?
So you need all three.
You should also
need this whole bundle. Renew body and mind bundle.
You learn about putting it in your eye. We were having people who are blind get their sight back. We didn't even know about putting it in your eye. So
changed my eyesight. I no longer have a restriction on my driver's license anymore because my eyesight got better.
Just the part about putting some stuff in your eye. Because I don't know that that's going to address the situation or not, because, you know what I'm saying, that's not our total approach. Does that make sense?
I understand. Yes, okay. It makes a lot of sense. I understand. I have all three products, and I take them every day. I think I got mine about 4 or 5 days ago. And
so he has all three.
I'm in pretty bad shape myself. I haven't noticed much difference yet. But I'm still taking it. A good friend of mine recommended it.
It's in there working. You may not have noticed it yet, but it's in there working.
20 years, I trust him. Yes. And I'm rubbing it. I'm rubbing it in my feet. Put it in my hair. I take the pills and the oil every day.
Yes.
And I'm just, it hasn't been a week yet, so I'm just waiting for something to happen, because I have high blood pressure. No, I have high blood pressure, and my medication has been making me very dizzy. It's, keeping me woozy. So I cut back on the medication, and I started taking supplements to get me through the time when I'm not taking the medication. I take it every other day now, So I'm just, that's on my own. I just said, because it's getting me too dizzy, and I can't operate like that. I drive, and,
So let me make a suggestion, Jerry. If you were not on the Saturday call, go back and listen to it. It's in your back office by that link that says share, listen to previous calls.
It's also on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie.
There's great nutritional advice in that call from Dr. Dan.
I think I was on the call last Saturday.
Okay, that magic oatmeal. You put that combination together, and the recording is there from the original doctor we got it from. Studied 83 different things, came down to 6. And now they just put the ingredients there, but he tells you how to prepare them with that oatmeal as a delivery system for it, okay? I've lost 12 pounds since I started that back in December. And also my blood pressure, which was alarming me, now is way back in line. I'll talk about that some tomorrow night. So just do the total approach. Take the advice along with the supplementation that we give you. And I think that's going to give you a really better result faster. Okay?
I must be mistaken. I didn't hear anything about oatmeal. So I'll have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, because the links, like where you see the link for the call itself, I put the links there for the doctors. Dr. Dell is what he's called. Call there while I'm out. Boy, you have to listen at that, because the big problem you have with the blood pressure and blood sugar is that cardiovascular damage to your blood vessels, your heart, and all like that. That the medication is not helping you with at all. And that's what is clear when you listen to the doctors who have actually done that. And this isn't hocus pocus. They actually use this stuff and then did scans to measure how much the blood flow increased. Right? I mean, there was stuff in the 83 things they tested. The other folks said it's great. No, it doesn't. It does the opposite. So they found the ones that work. They give you the protocol for it. Absolutely give that a shot. Okay?
Mm-hmm. I appreciate it.
Hope y'all are enjoying all this health knowledge, because you need it.
Yeah, I do have oatmeal in the house. I do have oatmeal in the house.
You don't want to listen. I have one steel cut, and I don't know if you got that. I didn't have steel cut, so I went out and got that. But anyway, check it out. Feel free to call customer service and need some more advice about it. Okay.
All right. Thank you, man.
All right. I'll let you go. Okay. So how about Vicky in Whatcom City?
Whatcom City, Washington. Vicki, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm actually in Louisiana now. But I have a couple of things I want to talk about. First of all, as a share, I've got a neighbor down the street that she's 92 years old, and she has rheumatoid arthritis in her hand. And I told her, I gave her the cream and put some liquid in it and stirred it all up and, got it going. It's really good for her. And I told her, I said, just put it on your hand every time you think about it through the day. And then when you go to bed at night, put it on your hand again, but put a surgical glove over it so that it locks it in. And she's been doing that, and she did it for about a week and a half, and I asked her how her hand was doing. And she just stopped, and she said, you know what, I don't have that. I don't have arthritis in my hand anymore. I haven't felt it, And she loves it. Yeah, so she's just doing wonderful, and she's really impressed and wanting to start all three of the products. The other thing is a question that I have for you. My husband put the liquid drops into his eyes because he went to the doctor, and the doctor told him that he's got worms in his eyes, and that they itch really bad, extremely.
Yes, what in his eyes?
Worms.
Bugs. He has bugs in his eyes. Little worms.
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, he has little worms in his eyes, which are making it itch. Little parasites.
Oh, you got
parasites.
Yeah, and the doctor showed him a picture of what they look like, and he asked me if I wanted to see. I said no. But
he needs this ASAP.
Medicine for this is about $1,000, and he doesn't have the insurance that'll cover it. Yeah, so I suggested putting the liquid in his eyes, and that burnt. And he said, "I will not do that again." So I figured out.
Okay, use this one, the Restore.
Ordered, and he's going to do the PET.
This was milder.
But I don't know how much. How many times would he do it per day, or every other day, or what would be the?
Okay, so similar to the gentleman before, I think the more important thing is how much of that Restore and Brain and Body are you taking? Okay. Particularly Restore because it's extremely antiparasitic. Again, in that share more matter info, you can find that parasite category and you see what I'm talking about. Really effective stuff.
Yeah, we have all of the three of the products. But with this bundle that I have coming out, we have the PET. I exchanged the liquid for the PET. The Restore.
Right. So you can put that right on there.
This is the bundle that she has. She has a Pet Life instead of the Restore.
When I first started using it, my aim wasn't that good. It would get tangled up in my eyelashes, and so that just prolonged the agony. You got to lay your head way back like I'm doing now, like you're looking at the ceiling, and then put that drop so it's right in the middle of your eye, like that Glidden commercial where the paint's trying to cover the world. Okay? You'll see it expand and go right over your eyeball like that. And close your eye immediately, all right? And while you got that closed, go to the other eye and drop it in there. It won't last long. You can. I'm not big on putting stuff in my eye like most people, right? But I can tolerate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, he
get it all going on.
He's not here, so he can't hear me. But he's a big baby. When it comes to pain, he's a big baby.
A lot of men are big babies.
I guess. He's not the only one.
Right. Well, then also I heard, I think it was Dale had mentioned one time about, I could be wrong, but I think Dale had mentioned that you don't want to put the drops in your eyes if you've had cataract surgery.
Yeah, because if that lens your natural lens has been replaced by a synthetic one, it's going to block it. Is that the case with him?
No, it's not the case with him. I was asking for somebody else.
Okay.
So, no, he doesn't have cataracts, but I just wanted to make sure for this other person, because this other person had asked, and I said, I've heard not to do it. So I've heard just to put it on your eyelids
Yeah, use the Yeah, don't put it in your eye under those circumstances. Okay. Well, keep us posted on how it works out otherwise, okay?
I will. Thank you very much. I appreciate talking to you.
All right,
Thank you, Vicki. Great question.
Thank you. Okay, we got that wireless call in Atlanta.
Yes, indeed. Number ends in 0743. Wireless caller. Give us your name and ask your question.
Yes, my name is David. I joined recently, today and day, and I ordered my product and I received it today. But I have, eye problem, and I have an appointment for surgery for cataracts on this month on 26th. I was just wondering if this will help me through that, or just go ahead and have that surgery, or just need advice.
Well, certainly, again, regrowing mitochondria consistently helps people repair better. There are implications for your stem cells, all these kinds of things. So we have a real good track record of people reporting after operations how quickly they recover. So you have that going on. I won't comment on anybody's whether they should do or not do something that a doctor recommends. That's between you and him. I can just tell you that we've had really good success with it. Okay? So, and I don't know how this is going to play out for you, because it's not us. Mito is not doing this, okay? It's not what Mito does. It's what your body is doing with Mito, okay? So that would be your body, not somebody else's. And, we're in the nourishment business. So just nourish your eyes with it. Yep. And give your body a chance to respond.
Yeah, I understood. Yeah, I was trying to see if I take this for maybe a month, and just see if it's any different. That way I can change my appointment.
So you would. It's a high-tech salad dressing, right? So you can double or triple dose. I triple dose every day, and I don't have a life-threatening or real challenging situation. I just need to be as healthy as possible to do all the stuff I got to do. Okay? So if you're wanting to see how much progress you can make in a short period of time, then certainly you should take more. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, I can change the appointment and just see it for a month taking the supplement.
Yeah, get the extra, and it depends on if what you can afford, but there's also all those pay later options back there should you choose to take advantage of those, like you see on the other companies. They're all, you can pick one and if that's helpful to you. But, find out. Let's see what we can do between now and the time that operation comes up, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Your name was William, right? Was it William?
No, Dawid.
How you spell that?
DAWID.
DAWID.
It's like
Dawid.
It's like David, but it's W. Yeah, Dawid. Yes.
Got it.
Different.
All right, Dawid. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay.
Great to have you with us.
We already did Jerry over there. We need to take his hand down.
Yeah, we did Jerry.
And we have then Coach. No, Paul. Let's go with Paul. Did we do Paul in Pomona, California?
We did. I think Paul's come back. Paul has come back.
Okay, well, either way, go ahead.
Some people have more than one question.
Paul, did you have another question?
Yeah, just a quick question. You talked about doubling or tripling up the dose. If I do that right off the bat, does any kind of Herxheimer effect come into play, or does it do any time?
It's always a possibility that you will have a detox response. Some people have, most people don't, but it's possible that you could. So if that is the case, and it's too uncomfortable for you, all you want to do is just reduce your doses down until it passes. It's like your body is making a decision to prioritize getting rid of those toxins, okay, which is what you wanted to do. That's between you and being healthier, so let it do what it does. And then like I said, just increase the doses once that passes, should that happen.
So
Okay.
double or
Thank you so
triple
much.
dose means if you double dose, this is
All
one
right.
dose. If you double dose, then you'll purchase
I'm
two
going
bundles.
for
If you
Dan.
triple dose, you're
Right
going to purchase
next to
3
it is
bundles.
Sonia.
Because this is
Sonia
30-day supply.
Harris in
All right,
Georgia.
Sonia. I have unmuted you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Go right ahead.
I wanted to shout out to the office staff. I ordered a package on the 27th. Didn't do overnight service at all. Got my package the next day, and I'm excited and
It
ecstatic
happens
because my
sometimes.
triple threat journey can continue. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Shout out, kudos, all that good stuff. Great stuff, good stuff. Oh
Now,
my
y'all,
gosh, I couldn't believe I ordered on the
once
27th.
more
Didn't do
Mitos
overnight, got it the
sends
next
it
day.
out,
Awesome. Keep
then
up the
it's
good work, guys.
up to the
Thanks a-
carrier,
Thanks a lot.
whether it's the
All
Postal
right, thank
Service,
you.
UPS,
But she said
FedEx,
she's a
whoever
triple
that
threat.
is,
You mean she's
it's
about
their
all
job to
three of
get it
those
to your
products.
door, okay?
Storage
So
and they
we don't want
plan
you to
to
think it's
buy
something that
maybe
more
take them
Mito
all
did
5 hours
extra,
a day she can.
because once they put it out,
Okay.
it's the carrier's
So,
job to get it to your door.
Bishop
So
Michael
they did a great
Jones,
job getting it to the door.
Philadelphia, we met through Grace White. And
Because
he is on the
oftentimes
line
people
right
think
now.
that,
Let's
oh,
hear
it's
from them.
more Mito's fault. It's not.
All right. Bishop, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Hello,
Number
hello,
ends
might
in
need that music up.
8054. Hello? Yeah, now we do.
Yes.
Oh, good evening, good evening. God bless you. God bless you. I just want to be on real quick here because I was told by my wife, Lady Joanne, that Brother Roger had mentioned my name in reference to my blindness, my eyes, and things of that nature. But I just want to tell you, Brother Roger, I'm coming along very well. Got some real good news today, thank God. But I'm coming along very well with the technology. 3 times a day, I'm triple, doing it 3 times
He's
a
taking
day.
it 3 times a day. That
I'm
means he
coming
purchased
along
3
very
bundles.
well with that. But the other
3
thing,
bundles. This is 1 bundle.
and I'll talk with you offline about some extremely good news I got today. But I'm going to say, Brother Roger has said that was using the product before, and after being totally blind for at least 60 years, totally blind,
Wow.
I then had light perception after using the product. But I told Joanne, I said, Joanne, you got to put me on. I got to let them know. I would be excited about that, but that was not the case. The case was that after using the technology, I was able to see a lot more than light perception. I actually saw my wife walking around me, and I went to church. I'll never forget it. And I told my wife, I said, is there somebody? I said, I see the green, the actual color. I said, over there, and I pointed to it. I said, what is over there green? She said, that is a lady with a green outfit on. I stood up, and I made it known to the church, to the congregation, that I saw that person, and I forgot her name, but the pastor that was in charge, she called the woman by name, and she said, you're the one. He saw your green outfit, and people just began to praise God. But this was after using the technology at least 3 times a day, and I just had to say that because it was so much more than light perception. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Historic.
Historic.
So we have
Historic.
great
The first person
responses.
blind from birth that we had.
I love hearing him.
Light perception now shapes through that eye. Outstanding.
Amen.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Dan Coates. Need wait no longer. We want to hear from Dan now.
Dan, I've unmuted you. Go ahead, buddy.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you, Roger. I like that, Roger. It's like you started to call me and then you made me wait. I love that. It's like I was like salivating, you know. I like a racehorse getting ready to take off, and I won't give that too loud. So lovely to be on again. Thank you, everybody.
I can't wait to see what our more Mito horse is going to do.
I forget. I can just forget so easily how great these calls are. And so just another thank you. I met a gentleman, and he has a son, and has a 14-year-old son, and he's got Down syndrome. And I told him, I actually sent him the call tonight, but I wasn't able to find anything on Down syndrome. And is there anything that we might have? But I know what you're going to say also. We mix the Mormito with your DNA and let your body do the work.
Anyway. So you heard that
That's
before.
the answer for everything.
I've heard it before, and man, it's
Take
like,
the product, mix it with your DNA, and let's see what it does for you when you build that mitochondria.
So I don't have a Down syndrome interview that I've ever done. I'd love for these folks to be the first one.
Right, and there's someone else I know. Her husband's had a brain tumor, and they had to take part of his brain. But I know where it is in our back office. There is someone,
yes,
one of our Mormito family, and he has like half a brain, and he moved,
and he's made tremendous change process. After he got on Mito. Yes.
Yeah, I met AJ and his mother in North Carolina.
Yes.
Miraculous things, as we report every week, happen when we restore mitochondria. That boy was in bed, was not mobile. Now he can move about and everything. I saw him personally. It was just a heartwarming sight to see.
Yes.
Oh my God! It touches me when you say that. Now, I get on these calls, and at times I'm like, I feel, I love this family of human beings on this earth, and to hear this goodness that's pouring out through the technology. And so, Bevan, if you hear this tape or live, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Dale. And thank you, everyone. I'll see you next week or this week.
Yeah. See you tomorrow night.
Fantastic.
Okay, so that's about all we got time for tonight. We got to wind it up a little bit early, and we'll be back. We'll see you tomorrow night. Those of you who will join us on the Zoom call tomorrow night. So Dale, you get the last word.
So I hope that you all have enjoyed that. Again, in the descriptions, the website is in there for you to create your free customer website. As you heard the CEO, Mr. Roger Hill, say you had to be referred by someone. So if somebody else referred you, then get back with the person that referred you. But if not, if you saw me on one of my platforms, whether it be the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, Success on Stephanie, or live on Facebook, then you'll go to https:// Moremito, moremito.com/joining, joining /S Alford, SALFORD, which is my username, /2. And that is the website you go to create your free customer website. It'll ask you for a username, a password, your name, address, phone number, email address, and you submit it, and it's up. And it'll ask you if you're human, and it's up just like that, your free customer website. Once you create your free customer website, then you can also go and download our app, the Mormito app. But you have to be in the system first, means you have to create your free customer website because it's going to ask you for your username and password. And we do have our I just hit something. We do have the Mormito app. Real easy to download, and it tracks everything. So if you're on here and you've received some videos from me that came from the app, I know whether you watched it or not because it tracks everything. I know when you open it. I know if you just open it. If you if you watch the video, I know you watched the video. So I mean, it tracks everything. So I love it. Mr. Hill is he's awesome because he makes sure that we get the tools that we need, and I love it. So, if you have not subscribed to the Health Award Show with Stephanie, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share the videos. Same thing with Success on Stephanie. Hit that subscribe button, like button, share it. If you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you like it and follow us, right? So, anyway, we hope that you have enjoyed what you heard. We hope that you create your free customer website and you go and order your Brain and Body Bundle number 1. Your Brain and Body Bundle number 1 consists of Renew Brain and Body, Restore All, Rejuvenate Gel. For your pets, those of y'all that have pets, these are the 2 products that the pets can use, because the Pet Life is the Restore All minus the citrus and whatever else pets can't have, and they put a Pet Life label on. That's why you heard them talking about you can put this in your eyes, because it's the Restore All. They just took some ingredients out of it, right, and put a label on it. So the pets can use the Pet Life and the Rejuvenate Gel straight, because y'all heard many times talk of taking your Restore All, taking a teaspoon of it or 4 droppers, filled to the 1 milliliter line, which will be 4 drops, will be 4 milliliters, and you put it in the Rejuvenate Gel, put the top back on it, and you shake it up, right, and it'll turn it like a burnt orange color. But that's for the humans only, not for the pets. If you're going to use the Rejuvenate Gel for the pets, then you just either use it the way it came, which would be like a white color, or some people do put the Pet Life in it. But that is what you do for the pets. It doesn't make a difference what type of pets, as I understand. As you hear us talk about the Mito horse, we are purchasing a horse because Dr. B, he tried the product on the horses. Now, I'm going to be honest. He did it, he actually did it with the Restore All. And then Roger told him you weren't supposed to use that with the horses. But, because it has some stuff in it that they weren't supposed to have. But anyway, and his horses, he uses the Pet Life now, though. And those horses went from just being horses in a race to winning horses. So we decided that, and if you're, once you become a customer of Mormito, if you choose to be a part of the Mormito horse, then you can donate, and we're all donating to pay for the actual horse, so we can see what results we get, and we can see how this horse is really gonna get out there and win, right? But that'll be another way of doing testimonials on, how the products does with pets. So those of y'all that know, pets have mitochondria just like humans have mitochondria. So every pet, every human is has mitochondria. So that means you can talk to anybody, right? Because nobody has 100% mitochondria. I don't care how healthy they think that they are. We even have people that say, oh, I'm so healthy, but then they start naming things like, oh, but I wear glasses, or, different other things, right? Well, you have those things going on because you're not 100% mitochondria strong, right? So what does that tell you? Everybody needs the products. Everybody needs it to build their mitochondria up. Oftentimes when people get on the products, then, and these are all natural, it's considered a food. This is not a medication. This is considered a food, okay? And so a lot of times when people get on the products, they'll find other things that it helps. I will share, before the Restore All was released to everybody, I was the one that tested for allergies because I have real bad allergies. I know y'all may have heard me sniffling some, but I need to order some more products because I go through the product a lot, right? But I had terrible allergies. Well, so I was the one that tested for the allergies, and I remember I got it in on a Saturday, and I'm originally from East Texas and was living in the DFW area, and we had an East Texas event going on that night. And so I got the product, you just like you're getting a gift. One of the things I wanted to do, I wanted to hurry up and open it and take it, right? Which I did. Well, shortly after that, my stomach started bubbling, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I can't have the bubble guts because I have this event to go to, right? But what it did was it went in there and it noticed I had an irregular problem. And I had an irregular problem for years. I had multiple doctors to tell me, oh, do this, do that. None of that worked for me, okay? But the same day that I actually took the first dosage of the Restore All, it went in to start to help regulate to regulate me. So I didn't go that day. I didn't go until Monday. Now remember, that was Saturday. I didn't go until Monday. And when I went Monday, it was smooth. It was comfortable, because normally I don't like to use the bathroom because it would hurt, right? Again, because I was irregular and it would hurt. But when I used the product, it's, when I first took this, it started to help to regulate me, right? So I was happy about that. But we have so many different testimonials. So the best thing to do is to get your bundle and try it and see what it does for you. See how your body responds with the products. Remember, we're not in the healing business, we're in the mitochondria business. So when you build your mitochondria, your body already knows how to heal itself from anything. It doesn't make a difference what you have, okay? Anything. You heard people say, oh, well, will it help with this? Will it help with that? And what did you hear Mr. Hill say on a regular basis? We build your mitochondria and we see how your body responds once you're building your mitochondria up. So again, this is one bundle. You heard him talking about taking it 2 or 3 times, multiple times and stuff, right? So if you're going to take it once a day, you're going to buy 1 bundle. If you want to take it twice a day, you're going to buy 2 bundles. If you want to take it 3 times a day, 3 bundles, and so on. Okay. So we hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to send comments. You can text me at 817-320-2571, text only. And from there, I can set up a time that we can speak that works for you and myself. Please don't just call me first, because that throws my schedule off. I've had times where people will just call me, and that throws my schedule off. So if you be respectful to me, then I can be respectful to you. I love helping people, but sometimes, we do have to have a little order, right? So again, go create your free customer website. Let's get your products ordered, and, I want to be the first to welcome you to Mormito. We'd love to have you as a customer. If you choose to actually do it as a business, then if you go on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, go on the playlist and go on the training, there's information there to show you how to, hit the ground running and do this as a business. You can make as much money as you want to. This is actually one of those companies that you choose what you want to make, okay? You can make, you can make 2 figures, you can make 5 figures, you can make 6 figures. It's up to you and what you do with it. So, because most companies say, oh, you can make whatever, when truly, there's caps on things that keep you from doing things, etc. This is a different type of company. This is not an MLM, okay? So just understand that we're not an MLM, but Mr. Hill has set things in place where you give product for free. If you look on the trainings, we show you how to do that as well. A lot of people are just being a happy customer, and earning their products for free. Let me tell you, the first time I looked at my back office, after people started asking me, I didn't go talking to people about this. I wasn't looking to do anything else, right? What I wanted was, I remember I went to a neurologist. This was in December 2015. I went to a neurologist. She asked me, what's going on with you? Which, of course, y'all know she had already looked at my chart. So, I began to tell her, my migraines were out of control. It was several things that doctors told me I'd never be able to do, which God has the last say so, okay? They told me I would live my life in pain. I don't live my life in pain anymore, but I did for several years. And so she told me that 2 of the medications they had me on for migraines, I was on more than 2. 2 of the medications they had me on was, they were over-medicating me. It was taking my migraine away, immediately giving it back, but it was causing depression. And I had told her, I had always been a multitasker, but I just couldn't multitask, right? And she shared with me that that was because the medication that the doctors prescribed, right? And I was listening to the doctors, was causing depression, right? So she told me I was going to have to go through a detox. My response was, a detox? You mean like Ray Charles went through? Because I remember seeing Jamie Foxx play Ray Charles, right? And I'm just trying to get some clarity, right? And she said yes. But she said, in the meantime, I got to put you on another medication. So she put me on gabapentin. I looked at the side effects on that, and I was just like, I was scared to take that, But, but while I was at the doctor's office, at the neurologist's office that day, I prayed to God. I said, God, can you send me something where I don't have to take all these pills? This was December 2015. By December 31st, that's when I found out about the Rejuvenate Gel. This was the first product that I tried, and this actually put a break in my migraines. And then from there, it helped with my allergies and so on and so forth. So going from 18 to 20 medications down to no medications. I don't go to the cardiologist anymore for my heart. I don't go to the oncologist anymore for blood clots, nor for, my iron levels. I don't go to the neurologist anymore. It was so many different doctors that they had me go. My life was, each week I had multiple doctor's appointments, and I don't have to deal with that anymore. You know why? Because I decided that I wanted to get more information. Like they say, knowledge is power, right? You owe it to yourself to get as much knowledge as you can so that you know what can happen with your body. They told me I would never be able to have any more kids. Well, guess what? My 24-year-old daughter came after that. So, again, doctors don't know everything. I can go on and, tell you some other things that they told me, but just know I am a living witness of, having doctors tell me certain things I would never be able to do, certain ways I was going to live the rest of my life, and I don't live my life that way. So, again, if somebody referred you, get back with the person that referred you. If not, if I referred you or you happen to see one of my social media sites, then make sure that you go to the website and create your free customer website. And we're here to help you in every way that we can. I look forward to hearing your testimonials of what the product has done for you. Let me share this one thing before I go. I actually have a friend that, was kind of negative at first, right? Because a lot of people think the traditional way. Oh, you gotta have a medication for this, you gotta have a medication for that, right? Or, I gotta do what the doctor says. It's your body, right? So, what he noticed was whenever he would say, different things that he had going on, I was like, you need to get your bundle. You need to get your renewed body and mind bundle. You need to get your mitochondria built up, And so then he started doing some research on mitochondria, right? And so he finally got his bundle. And when I tell you he had immediate responses, he had some things that happened immediately, like right after he took it. Some things by the next morning, some other things happened and stuff. And we'll share some of that stuff later. But everybody's body different. So what happened for me in my body may not, and how it happened, the time frame that it happened, it may not take that time frame with you, or it may take longer with you. Like me and my eyes, I shared that I no longer have a restriction on my driver's license. My driver's license had a restriction that whenever I drive, I was supposed to wear glasses, right? Well, and at the time, this is when we were using a straight Rejuvenate gel, right? So I would take the Rejuvenate gel, I would rub it around my eyes multiple times, right? Multiple times a day. And for me, rubbing around my eyes multiple times a day, my eyesight got better. I remember being in Walmart one day, and you know how we say how our parents or teachers would look over their glasses. Well, but me being kind of short, of course, the higher rows, I have to look up, right? So I remember looking up at something. I remember saying, that sure is a lot clearer, right? Because I was in habit of wearing my glasses, right? Take them off when you go to bed, put them on the nightstand, right? When you get up, you pick them up off the nightstand, you put them on, right? So I was so comfortable, with wearing them now, right? Well, had not noticed that it had really changed because I just did it on a regular basis. But that day in Walmart, I noticed that it changed. And let me tell you, some doctors are not out there for your best interest, because when I went to the specialist that I was going to, and I told her, I said, my eyesight has changed, it has gotten better. Her response to me was that my eyesight had gotten worse, and I knew better than that. She was just trying to keep me as a customer, right? Well, you keep me as a customer, by making sure you tell me the real truth, right? So, but anyway, I knew my eyesight had gotten better, even when I went to renew my driver's license, and the ladies, said, "Oh, it doesn't look like you have had a a test since they originally did your driver's license, right?" Which I hadn't. She's like, "Oh, you want to do a test?" I was like, "Sure, it won't hurt." And I did that, and she's like, "Oh, you don't need that restriction. You did that just great." I was like, "Okay, great." So now I don't have to worry about wearing glasses, when I drive, So y'all, I've had so many different things that happen, like with my oncologist. My oncologist, like I said, I was going to him for blood clots and my iron. I had been anemic the majority of my life, and so one day he told me, he said, "Well, you can decide whether you want to keep coming." He said, "Because all I'm doing now is I test your blood when you come. I ask you if you're taking the low dose aspirin, and that's it. So instead of coming once a year now, because after the only thing I did different was take the more mito, right, to build my mitochondria up. This is all I did was take this food right here to build my mitochondria up, and had great results. And I just stopped having to go to the doctor one by one. What did that mean? That mean those 18 to 20 medications, I started coming off those medications, right? And it has been great because my body has seen a tremendous change. Okay, so you owe it to yourself to get your mitochondria strong. If you don't know what mitochondria is, it's a powerhouse of your cells. If you lost all your mitochondria right now, you would drop dead. That's how serious mitochondria is. So you owe it to yourself to get your mitochondria built up, and and see what your body does, because God designed our body to fix itself when your mitochondria is built up. So I hope that you have enjoyed our show. If you came in late, you can either replay it on Facebook. You can go to Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. Go on our playlist. You'll see tons of other testimonials on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. And I do have some ailments written down, on our playlist. So you can go up on there if you want to know about high blood pressure. There's testimonials on there. You want to know about eyesight. There's testimonials on there. There's several testimonials on there. Again, if you have questions, feel free to text me, 817-320-2571. Remember, text first, so then we can set a time to talk for you and I. And then sometimes we may not even have to talk. It may be just something that you just won't answer, and we could do that. But remember, go to the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. Go on that playlist. What you need is right there. Again, create your free customer website, and we look forward to seeing what this product does for you. Remember, go on there and get your Renew Body and Mind bundle so we can hear what your body does with the technology. I hope y'all have a wonderful one.